before we even dive into the conversation, let's even bring the issue for tonight into perspective. Now, constituency projects, also known as the Zonal Intervention Project, the ZIPs, are development initiatives included in the national budget to address specific needs within the federal constituencies and senatorial districts. While legislatures identify and nominate projects based on community needs, implementation is carried out by relevant ministries, departments, and agencies of government. These projects typically focus on roads, schools, health care facilities, water supply, electrification, agriculture, and youth empowerment. The Federal Capital Territory, despite being Nigerian seat of government, also benefit from constituency projects through its representative in the National Assembly. The FCT comprises of 6 area councils. Now, they are the Abuja Municipal Area Council, which is popularly known as AMAC, the Buhari Area Council, Gwagwalada Area Council, Kuje Area Council, Kwali Area Council, and lastly, Abaji Area Council. Now, constituency projects are often directed towards improving infrastructure and services in these communities, particularly in rural and underdeserved areas. Constituency projects remain an important mechanism for grassroots development in Nigeria. In the FCT, they have contributed to improvements in education, healthcare, infrastructure, and community welfare. However, maximizing their impact requires stronger transparency, accountability, and citizens' participation. With effective oversight and community engagement, constituency projects can play an even greater role in improving the quality of life across the 6 area councils of the Federal Capital Territory. So tonight on Correro, we'll take an examination of the FCT constituency, and I'm being joined by Ambassador Oguh Hyginus John, who is the SA Public Communication to Senator IRETI Kindibe, and also Comrade Emmanuel Iyanda, who is the researcher and also the founder of Iyanda, which is a research institute. But first, gentlemen, you're welcome to Correro. Good evening.
Thanks for having me. A pleasure once again.
You're welcome, Hyginus, to Correro.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. Good evening, audience. And I'm happy to be here tonight.
Well, let's even begin with you, Hyginus. Of course, Senator IRETI was elected to represent the FCT on a platform of accountability and transparency. In your own assertion right now, how many constituency projects have been nominated, approved, and completed, even commissioned since she assumed office? And how will you even rate her performance so far, although in a scale of 1 to 10, coming from our office right now?
Thank you very much. Yeah, Senator IRETI Kingibe assumed office in June 2023, and between June 2023 to date, she has 66 constituency projects accomplished to her credit. And judging by that index, you can see that her predecessor spent 20 years in the National Assembly, and he has 120 projects to his credit for 20 years, and in 3 years, she has 66 accomplished to her credit. That is highly exceptional and very, very wonderful. And that to show you the extent of her willingness, and also to ensure that the people of the FCT has good governance and leadership. She's actually very, very intensive for good service delivery. So with that percentage, you should also know that she has done well, and especially very well.
All right, so compared to her predecessors in the scale of 1 to 10, where is she right now?
Yes. Approximately about 3 to 4 projects per month.
All right, so Comrade, let me come to you at this point. Of course, your organization tracks constituencies projects nationwide, not just in the Federal Capital Territory. What does your latest research reveal about the implementation of projects even within the Federal Capital Territory, as the FCT received its fair share of constituency project funding compared to capital cities and across the world, and by extension Nigeria with similar population size?
Well, it's a whole lot of assessment and evidences that the records are on the field. You don't chief anybody's head on his behalf. FCT, yes. witnessing a level of development concerning projects we can see, but then reality still lie that enough needs to be done. From Nyanya to Kuje, to Gowalada, to Abaji, to Bari Area Council, and so on. By the time you go to the ASCET, you don't define constituency project when you see Metama so beautiful, State District so beautiful, or part of Geroke, or any area level. So they down through. By the time you move to the ASCET, the interior of FCT, from there you can tell what should be the ideal. But like he said, 20 years of Senator Doda, and maybe less than 4 years of IRETI.
3 years.
Let's say 3 years and some few months. Well, Aduda, if Aduda is here now, we tell that he has performed and overperformed and outperformed. Counter assessment allegation will be there. There's nobody that would not like to sing his own song, dance his own drum. But the fact is, citizens who are at the receiving end can tell the reality. But as it is, FCT is still on the road to development. The capital city has not arrived.
All right. So what you're saying is that the impact has not been felt, even on education, healthcare, water supply, roads, and youth empowerment.
There are still places that students have dilapidated primary school structures. Have you been to Kabusa?
Yeah, I've been to Kabusa.
Yes, we have places that don't have water. We have street road is not there.
Well, before we get to those constituencies, let me bring it back. Let me bring it back to Hyginus. At the impact of this project, you've said she has outperformed her predecessor by carrying out quite a lot of projects. 66 projects so far, implemented 66 in 3 years.
Yeah.
And you've rated that to be very high. But as the impact trickled down to the rural communities, even in the Federal Capital Territory?
The impact depends. I don't know what you mean by the impact. You see, the senators' annual budget for constituency projects is no more than 1.5 billion to 2 billion, which in the real sense, the local government chairman's budget for months, like AMAC, 1.7 billion. So now the budget of senator for 1 year is the budget for the chairman for 1 month. Okay, now the senator cannot perform beyond what he or she has, what the money approved for her. And mind you, this money doesn't come to her directly. Now, most of these projects she executes and are even far above the budget. Why? Because sometimes she has to go and lobby her colleagues in the who are in the other party and also who are also leaders in the Senate. So, please, I want to do this for my people. I want to do this for my people. I have a mega budget. Okay, and so it's okay. Take so number of solar. Take so number of this. So will support you. Now that's how she accomplished. You understand? But based on what they finance, the budget is so meager for a senator's consultant project, which is about 1.5 billion per annum, to make rapid impact in 3 years.
Is it the same budget that the likes of Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan also receive, even in Kogi Central? I'm just curious.
Thank you very much. You see, I like this question. FCT is far bigger in population by Kogi State than Kogi State. Now, Kogi State has 3 senators. FCT have 1 senator.
No, let's focus. Let's even leave the conversation on Kogi Central.
Okay.
Yeah, Kogi Central.
Yes. Now,
which we can also liken to the Federal Capital Territory.
No, Kogi Central, as a whole, is not even up to AMAC. And the amount of money Senator Kim receives for her annual budget for constituency is the same thing Natasha receives. Now, in Kogi now, for example, there are 3 senators. Each of them receive each equal amount in 3 ratios, but FC senator will receive only 1. Now, but
those senators that also receive in Kogi West, like the like of Ochocho, they don't in turn give the money to or the funds or perhaps support or lobby for even constituency project like it is being called the zonal intervention funds. They don't hand it over or by way suggest to all other senators in Kogi State to stay back and allow Natasha to take this time and let other senators. Or are you saying that in Kogi State there's a rotational kind of intervention policy on the ground?
Not just Kogi State.
No, let's use Kogi State because it's almost the same year that both of them came into office. So they are counterparts in that regard. So I want help us understand it.
Okay. Let's say 1.5 billion naira for FCT. Okay, then that should mean 4.5 billion naira for Kogi State.
Kogi Central, to be precise.
No, Kogi Central cannot be adjudged to play with FCT population. No, you know they are not equal. They are not equal.
I think.
All right, Comrade, you want to quickly react to it?
It is not all about the size, and it's not all about the volume of the money. Constituency project is a collaborative effort. You have a local government chairman there, living in the constituency, the rep member in the constituency, right? Appointees are there. Council chairman, the councillors, all residing at the constituency. It's not about the political will. Collaboration, consultation. What people need is very small. How much does it cost to dig a borehole? Okay, when you talk about contributing to primary education, it's the basic function of the local government chairman, the area council. So everything you are doing at the constituency level should not be a burden on a particular leader or a senator. It is a collective responsibility. The chairman, the councillor, the Senate, or in the case of the state, the governor, they all emanated from the constituency.
Before you dive into this, permit me to interject at this point. Now, let me come to Ambassador John at this point in time, because you are speaking for Senator IRETI Kingibe. Now, for most residents in the Federal Capital Territory, right now, based on the statistics and also the research that was carried out, they will say that Senator IRETI Kingibe is hiding under Aduda's policies, Aduda's allocation, Aduda's own vision. She has not been able to come out with her own vision, taking it to conversation to Karamajiji, taking it to Jikoi, phase one from the Elijah Fire part of Jikoi, taking it down to other parts of the Federal Capital Territory. Now, these are speculations. Now, how correct is it to say that the senator doesn't have a project of her own so far in 3 years?
It's funny. If she doesn't have a project of her own so far in 3 years, how will she have accomplished 6 projects in 3 years? Now, do you want me to tell you what she has done?
Please go ahead.
Fine.
Perhaps that will enlighten us the more. Yeah, please.
Okay, in Golada, Dobi, for example, she have constructed 50-bed capacity hospital for Dobi, which the government in power have refused it to be commissioned. It's there for you to see.
The government refused it to be commissioned.
Yes.
Do you have facts for this?
Yes, it is there.
So you're saying the FCT, the FCT minister has refused
since 2024.
Okay.
My principal wants to commission that hospital. It's there.
So why you say the FCT minister have refused IRETI Kingibe from commissioning the project? What do you mean by that?
Because if the senator has a project of some nature, okay, now the project has to be handed over to the appropriate department to manage it, to on the management aspect of it. Now the project, the edifice is there, but the government has refused to
but one would have thought that project belongs to an area council, which in this case you've mentioned Gwagwalada Area Council. So the area council chairman for Gwagwalada is supposed to serve as the executive arm of government, even at the local level, if I'm correct in this. So how did the FCT minister get involved in this, and what role did the FCT minister play in stopping the senator, distinguished senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria from commissioning the project?
Exclusively the senator's project. She did the groundbreaking.
What did the FCT minister do? You want to lead us through and guide us through that story?
What he did?
What did he do to stop the commissioning of the project?
Of course, if the project is being completed, is there, and the center said, okay, also dates on 2014, it shall be commissioned, and said the appropriate organ of the government that's supposed to take it is the secretariat, is the state FCT secretariat of health secretariat. Now there's an order that this project should not be accepted.
Well, Comrade Ianda, I think I'm lost here. So you are also you are a researcher. Help me understand the role. Okay, please help me help us understand this. Yes.
In this part of the world, we are entangled by what are called democratic illiteracy. Vast majority of people who find themselves to the corridor of power are not informed. The project in question is to serve the common interest of the people of FCT. Is not tied to selfish interest. And as senator, if I dig borehole for my people, in fact, if it's working, I don't need any ceremony. I don't need commissioning per se. Is it working? Are they getting water to drinking from there? If it's not commissioned by any minister, is it not going to work? Will service not be rendered to the people? So this ceremony, this gra, is so embarrassing, so disgraceful, that democracy is looking like a civil war, a kind of a war zone, whereby people nurture hatred, selfish ambition, over-ambition, egocentric attitude, and all of that.
So invariably, you're saying at this point. All right, please.
There are, take for instance, Natasha used from your preamble. I've done a lot of projects in Kogi Central Day. Who commissioned it? The governor, and I've not seen governor commissioning those things. Are they not working?
Okay, please let me
finish. Okay. I can mention so many projects she has done. Ododo was not there to commission it. So I've not seen any, maybe if it's not commissioned, it's not going to be used. Who are the people going to use the service?
All right, so let's allow him to. Please go ahead.
What we are saying is different from what we are saying.
All right, please help us understand.
There are some projects that must be handed over to the government, like hospital. It's projects like borehole, transformers, school renovations, health centers, and maybe whatever infrastructures. They don't need the minister to come. You understand? That, for example, in 2014. The senator wanted to carry out medical outreach, including
2014 or 2024.
2024.
Okay, please.
Including surgery. Now, the outreach was supposed to take place in Kabusa. Then we went to Kabusa to help the health center, the infrastructures, and it was allowed. It's agreed. A night to the intervention, there was an order that no hospital FCT should allow that activity to take place in that hospital. Who gave that order? You understand? Then eventually, that service could not be rendered to that community. Just a day, it was they had to take it to Chief Palace for a night. Then they had to take it back to the consul office. Why? Because the senator refused that this service should not be carried out, and it was stopped. Now, and the people who are supposed to benefit from those eyeglasses, surgery, they didn't. Why? Because of political difference. But other projects like the health equipment she gave out to the state hospitals in FCT, she supplied equipment, medical equipment. She supplied over 10,000 working aids to people living with disability and also so hospitals. She did renovation at the Kolada Teaching Hospital. Fine, that doesn't need to be to be approved or whatever or commissioned by the minister. Like the performance she installed in Apple about 3 weeks ago. Fine, the minister don't need to do it, but that's a project that you must not do. You must not execute without handing over to the appropriate institutions.
Well, Ambassador, before we come back to before we get to that, Ambassador, let me come to you again. The research also shows that within the 6 geopolitical zone of the Federal Capital Territory, residents of the Federal Capital Territory cannot identify at least one project facilitated by Senator IRETI Kindibe. If this statistics is wrong, please correct me. Can residents of Abuja if 100 residents are to come out today, how many will be able to point to projects being executed by IRETI Kindebe? And if at least 50% can point, bring us up to speed and the locations to where these projects are, so that we'll be able to also fact check them.
Yeah, the projects are there on the ground.
Where?
Like this morning, I sent you a message, the details of the project and location. Like in Peggy Estate, where I stay, there's 20,000 capacity solar powered borehole there. It's there. People are using it. Go to Orozo. Go to Guaripa Map Global. This Fulani settlement. It is there. Go to Orozo. Go to Nyanya. You see the school, the IT school she built for the school in Nyanya. Go to Orozo. Go to Kolada. You see the road, you see the borehole, you see the transformers. Then go to Kiyi in Kuje, you see the transformer there. Then go to Pali, you see borehole, you see street lights. Okay, go to Karamajiji, they are there. Go to Pape. A lot of it. So the details that I sent you this morning are comprehensive, they are very valuable. You are journalists, do investigation. The 6 projects executed are personal initiatives. Mind you, like I told earlier, the 2024, 2025, 2026 consultancy project has not been released. So, and if assuming now she have access to those projects, I'm telling you, before this year, she will have over.
All right. So let's understand it.
Yes.
You're saying that the 2023, 2024, and 2025.
No, 2024. 2024 parts. 2025.
Okay, so let's get the years correct.
2026.
2025, 2026.
Are not released.
Have not been released.
Yes. It's not peculiar to her. It's the general.
So all senators.
Oh yeah.
Regardless of the rank and file.
Yeah.
Have not received
Yes.
any form of zonal intervention funds so far.
Yeah.
And this is not being influenced by the FCT minister.
No.
It is just a normal scenario.
Yeah.
All right, so let's keep that on one hand. Let me come to you, comrade. Looking at the FCT in general, he has mentioned specific projects in various local government. Area council, I beg your pardon. But I was thinking that we hear more of even from Abaji. But I think Abaji is even scarce from. Well, I think Abaji is scarce from that.
Yes, but what Abaji?
Just a pocket
transformer.
Just a transformer in Abaji.
Yes.
Well,
and youth empowerment.
Let me bring this to you. Although
yes.
A lot of persons have said that some of the empowerments carried out by IRETI, Senator IRETI Kindebe, to political jobbers, just to empower political jobbers, and it's revolves around former members of the Labour Party and now the ADC. But then let's bring this to you. What's your general take on the project, especially the visibility and the verifiability of this project, even within the Federal Capital Territory?
Well, the issue of a consensus project raised questions and concerns in the minds of Nigeria, because I want to ask, what is actually the parameter to arriving at consensus projects? Do you just sit as a leader, as a senator, and begin to pen down what you feel you want to do? Or you look at the size of the money, the volume of the money, and begin to, okay, let me minimize, and begin to, I feel this is good for the people. Do we have any open or justifiable parameter? If the people are not participating, if the people are not raising, if the people are not involved in the priority, then that raises questions, doubt. And that is what we are facing today. It's not only FCT, peculiar to every other 109 senators. How do you emerge? How do you arrive at consensus project? Is there any parameter that's, okay, this is, you are engaging, the people are responding organically, not looking for a writer, a consultant in your hotel room, in your chamber, and maybe you guess, you assume, and come out with a white paper, begin to buy transformer, you buy a canapé, sewing machine, solar lights, and in fact, you go to Section 7, Schedule 4 of the Constitution. What should be the responsibility of the local government channel? So, who is contradicting each other? Who is causing confusion? Something wrong we don't have a healthy democratic foundation that bet leadership into meeting the yearnings of the people organically. So we are worried, and each time, and that's why you see leaders and these people living like as enemies, as cat and dog. So the trust is not there, and no matter what you do as a leader, once people are not involved when you started the negotiation, to them it look you have done nothing.
Well, let's even come back to the conversation. Recall where we started, I did mention that Senator IRETI, 2023, was elected to represent the FCT on a platform of accountability and also transparency. Now, our predecessor, Philip Aduda, was voted out of power because the people of the FCT felt dissatisfied with a lot of the policies that were in place as at then, 20 years so far in office. But so far, so good. It tends to be like a recurring phenomenon and a common decimal factor within the FCT that the FCT still lack basic representation. Now, this even comes to you, Ambassador Philip. What has the senator done in order to ensure that there is some form of accountability to the people? Have there been town hall meetings? Have there been some form of forum where the senator reports back to the people that elected her to at least make some changes to make the people of the FCT to have a sense of belonging and knowing that she is a performing senator? Have there been any of this so far?
Yeah, but please, before I go into that,
please,
let me buttress on what he said earlier.
All right.
You see, earlier he said that constitutional project issue is something to do with harmony of the governor, the local government, the House of Rep, the senator. But in FCT, that synergy is not there. And that's what my principal have been crying and yearning for. Now, she cannot sit with the senator, with the minister. She cannot even call meeting of the Sierra councils and chairman for harmony, but they will not come.
As senator.
As senator. She can't. When she writes a letter to them, they will not accept it. Why? Because she's from a different party. Now everything, even in budget, in FCT's budget, she's not involved. Now, even though the minister has the right of execution whatsoever, at least like he said, that should be a kind of town hall meetings monthly to say, okay, this is what the people want, this is what can we do, what can we do. Now, the minister on his own can say, okay, Senator, your budget is 1.5 billion naira. Okay, let me give you extra 1 billion, okay, to add to, so to make it work. It's not here. So everything she's doing is exclusively her personal efforts. Now, if several she have said she have written letter to the minister for meetings, they turn down. So
the minister and the area council chairman, if I understand you correctly, are frustrating Senator IRETI.
Yes, they don't turn on her meeting because they don't have to turn on her letter. She's just been treated as an outcast. Yes, she's been treated as an outcast. She's on her own. That's what she has been crying for, nothing more. Since for the past 3 years, she has not sat with the minister for once.
Mr. Gordon, sorry.
Yes. Let's allow him to submit.
And also, for that 3 years, no area council chairman have started to align with her because they are afraid. This is what's on ground. Go and investigate.
All right, before we come to the accountability part, you want to quickly speak on this?
I want to put to him, it sounds breaking, unbelievable in a democratic setting. Even in animal kingdom, there's coordination, there's moderation, there's responsibility, there's esprit de corps. What are we talking about? I don't know the effort of your principal. It's touching. It's injury to democracy. It's damage of image, and in fact, it's unhuman. It's anti-government, anti-people, anti-God, and any other adjective I want to call it, I can call it now. But what efforts have your principal made over the years?
Well, let's
the civil society. I'm just hearing this, and
let's take that to be a breaking news. Let's take that to be a breaking news for civil society organizations.
They still want to buy time.
Let's come back. Let's come back to.
So are you telling me you're not aware?
All right. Let's come back to the accountability. We'll come back to this. Let's just keep our thoughts even on this. We'll come back to that conversation. But then, what has your principal done differently when it has to do with accountability and effective representation of the people of the FCT?
Yes.
Have there been any form of accountability model being put in place?
Yes, what she had done, like I told you, that she has the 6 projects to her record in
Does
3
she have means of communicating with people even at the various area councils?
That was why she appointed me as SA on public communication. During Aduda's time, Aduda has no such.
So you're saying you're saying so far for 3 years.
Yes, and I'm telling you,
Kindibe has
yes.
not had any interaction with the locals.
No, I'm telling you,
she has not had any
no.
interaction with the people even that she represents.
Who told you?
I'm asking you.
No.
That's why I'm asking. Is there a model being put in place to ensure that she has some form of accountability strategy?
Of course.
Or even reporting to the people what she's doing? Because right now, the people, you're just saying some things that seem very, very, very strange to people even watching right now that reside in the FCT.
Yes, but let me remind you.
Are there accountability
yes,
strategies?
That is okay. Let me remind you one.
Yeah.
Now, what gave room to this meeting now, this evening, was a memo or a write-up I posted on the WhatsApp group, on our WhatsApp group, which you belong to. It was that letter. It was that communication that what you say, okay, if I'm sure of this, can we meet here? We're meeting for the first time. Now, we have over 20 platforms, political platforms, where people send feedbacks, people accuse.
But she does not belong to the NWP platform.
She does. She's there. She does.
Does she report? Does she have a forum? Probably kind of like a village meeting, a kind of a community gathering where she reports herself to the various area councils in order to even feel their pulse, in order to change the dynamics that FCT does not have representation so far.
Safe Valley shall have held meeting with community people and government people at the grassroots level. You understand? Even though it's not pronounced, but from time to time she hold meeting with them and she collect feedback. And that's why.
What was the last meeting held?
Yeah, the last meeting held was 2 months ago.
Where?
In the party office.
In the party office?
Yes. She invited all the leadership of the party.
The former party or the new party?
The new party.
The new party.
Yes.
So invariably,
yes.
Apart from party faithfuls,
yes.
Apart from party members,
yes, everybody.
There is no connectivity between the senator and the rural dwellers.
No, there are.
Well, what I'm asking is because coming from a place, I haven't been to places like Orozo, which you've mentioned, taking it down to Kurdu, going to Buhari, from Biaji across and also entering Dede, traveling down to Kuje, Gwagwalada, Abaji, Kwali, and also those interior parts of the Abuja communities. Some of the impact of our projects have not been felt. That's on one hand. The second hand, a lot of people will say that they don't even know that the FCT have a senator. That's two. Thirdly, there is no difference between a predecessor and herself right now because the representation and the communication gap is still very wide. Are you telling me that she has breached that communication gap?
I can photo that.
How?
Yes, I can photo that.
Yeah.
When she was in office, she appointed 27 aides. And these aides were being appointed based on local governments. Kuje now we have 2. Gwada have about 4. Amak have about 13 aides. And these aides are spread. These aides are eyes. So, and whatever she wants to do to the communities is to say it. Like now, anything that has to be done in Kuje, for example, is myself and Hanania. We are aides. You understand? In Amak, we have 7. In Gwada, there are 4. In Abaji, there are 2. In Kwali, there are 2.
So there is no town hall meeting so far?
No, for now, there have been
no town hall meeting?
There's no singular
interaction?
There's no singular harmonized, but she tends to do
so
that.
In 3 years, we can say that the FCT has been underrepresented?
Well, because of the frustration from the minister. Because
I'm curious, is it the minister that have made her not to have interaction with our people, our constituency?
No, you see, even if the senator now want to hold meeting in the town, for example, town hall meeting, the air constitution will not be there. So it's not the traditional. She was not voted to represent the Kuje area council chairman.
No. She was voted in to represent the good people of the Federal Capital Territory who felt dissatisfied with previous administration or previous leadership dynamics, and they want representation. You're saying so far in 3 years, she has not had any form of interaction.
There's no harmonized town interaction.
No interaction.
No harmonized.
Let's call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
No interaction.
He has admitted, and I asked, how do we emerge at those projects, 160-something projects as
No, 66. No wonder. It's 66 projects.
66 projects. So how arrived? So well, I don't blame her much, the principal much, because she's operating under the atmosphere of rancor, intimidation, rejection, neglect. And you see, as a female leader surviving this terrible, horrible atmosphere, I can tell you boldly that it's not easy. But it's worrisome. And we have work to do after this conversation.
Before civil society gets involved in this, because I know you're taking it to the civil society part of it. Of course, that's free civil society interaction for both of you after my show. But then it's my show right now. Let me come to you, comrade. Looking at the politics right now in the FCT, when two elephant fight is being said that the grass suffers, the FCT right now has returned back to same old, no representation. But then looking at what it is right now, is there light at the end of the tunnel for the FCT to be able to get some form of leverage when it has to do with representation even at the National Assembly?
Well, as it is right now, we have nothing to call representation of leadership in FCT. And that is a whole lot of disgrace. FCT being the heartbeat, the capital city of the country, is supposed to lead by example. If there's this lacuna, there's this betrayal, intimidation operation in FCT, what will you think will be happening in the other constituency, the subordinate constituency at the state level? And this is a show of shame, a show of disgrace. Democracy is bleeding, suffocating, and weeping. And do you know, you say when two elephants fight, the grass suffer. The damage done to the people, the vulnerable people of FCT, the electorate, the voters, who came out in number and said, okay, we want change, and elected Senator IRETI for crowd like. What does it cost a chairman to grace occasion organized by the senator? Does it reduce his title, or reduces his allowance, or demote him to becoming a chairman? This is what I call humongous democratic illiteracy. It's barbaric, it's condemned, and it's unacceptable. And I believe the developed countries, they are watching where we copy democracy from. United Nations will take note of this. Some of these are issues, burning climatical issues that must be taken serious. Otherwise, we are going to see the worst of repeat. The worst. I feel pity for these senators, and this is a whole lot of concern for every reasonable Democrat. We must call a spade a spade. FCT senator, FCT seat of power is not a monarchical system of government. It's not oligarchy. It's not a place whereby you can turn into vampire or empire of vampires. No. No communication, no consultation, no negotiation. Elected, not elected, is a violation of constitution. And this is criminalizing democracy. We must rise. And the problem that they are not communicating.
So in a situation,
he was privileged to host meeting in the party office. That's all.
So in a situation of this magnitude, where the serving senator have been deprived all of these privileges, and also are positioned as a number one citizen of the Federal Capital Territory is being undermined.
Elected on ballot.
Elected on ballot. Of course, as it stands right now, she serves as a governor of the FCT.
Not appointed.
But when a situation of this magnitude plays out and the senator does not consistently petition the FCT minister, does not petition the honorable chairman, does not petition those that are concerned and are supposed to even answer to her, can we say that your principal person of Senator, distinguished Senator IRETI Kindibe, has been negligent on our part in the discharge of our responsibility?
I'm surprised you are saying this.
I'm just asking.
Yeah, I'm surprised because severally, even at the floor of the Senate, she has petitioned it. Even when the FCT...
Has she petitioned?
She has. She openly. Even when she's the chairman, she's the chairman of the FCT oversight. Now, some budget for FCT was prepared and brought to the floor of the Senate for approval without even having known about it. She cried out. She had been crying out even in the TV. Arise, channel. Are you not aware that when the minister said to her, "Well, I'm not interested to be a friend. If I'm supposed to be a friend, if you're not happy, go and hug the transformer."
No, it's not your friend. I think.
No. Yes, but some statements I've arisen. Go and hug the transformer. If you've done, for example, you can't deny this. Since 3 years of the minister's assumption office, when he goes to flag off projects, he wouldn't invite the senator. He will invite the former senator. I'll do that. When he goes to commission projects, he will not invite the state senator. He will invite the former senator. Since he came into office, he has not done anything with the state senator. We are all aware. I'm not in the FCT. I'm not seeing it. I'm not watching telly. We are. She has been crying. And because she's a female and she's not from the same party, they are doing everything to suppress her.
And she also lacks the tenacity to also organize her own project to an also commission.
No.
Because we've not seen her commission projects like we are seeing the FCT minister. Does she lack the promise to do that?
No. You see, do you know why people say she's doing nothing? Yes, I blame her. Because from beginning, when she said, "Madam, let us do this," she said, no. It's not why am I letter for? Must I make noise? She doesn't want publicity. In fact, she feels like that whatever she's doing is her responsibility, so she doesn't need to make noise. But she never knew that some of this will be used against her. That's the truth. It is even now. She allows her aides to make some publicity. Initially, she was not allowing that. She believed that it's her duty to do it, and therefore she doesn't need to make noise. That's those citizens and not be commissioned.
But so far, she has not commissioned any project.
She has.
Commissioned?
Yes, she has.
On print?
On print, yes.
Even on live television?
Yes, but
no live television.
At least
the last time we checked, a project being commissioned by Senator IRETI Kindibe happened somewhere around 2023, if my memory serves me correct, and that was published in Premium Times newspaper. As from 2023 till date, that was to mark our first year in office. That's 1 year in office. From then till now, I think the senator went into oblivion or a state of abstract. Help me to understand, have there been open commissioning and also on print between that time and now?
That's what I'm telling you.
Oh, please.
By her nature. That's why I said
by nature, she has been silently commissioning projects.
Yes, she felt that
not on any print.
She felt that,
and it's not on any medium, any media platform.
But that of
it is a silent print.
Yes,
it's a silent commission.
For her, she believed that.
So we can say at that point that the senator has not commissioned any visible project in that regard.
Well, if he says so, but the list I've given to you, go and verify. They are verifiable. I'll give you that. I'll give you statistics. I'll give you. If you want, I can still give you another content addresses. You can verify. If she had not implemented projects, by now, SCPC and EFCC were following her. Have you had a
Let's not go by that because you recall that we mentioned that the Zonal Intervention Fund doesn't come to senators.
Yes.
They go to the MDAs, that's Ministry, Department, and agencies of government. So there's no way the EFCC will come for her because they didn't pay the money directly to account. They track what you propose and what you intend doing, but not necessarily the money does not come to her. So let's just be on the same page on that.
Sir, if she wants to come to her, they have a way of doing it. So some persons sell out their projects and hold the money. But she has not sold one project. She has not sold anyone. Everything they get her, she accomplished it. She has delivered us 100%. Go and verify. She has never debated the money for any project. So people does it. It's done in this country. You are aware. It's been done.
Well, you've put us to the test even on the show today to go and verify. Of course, we'll do the verification and of course We will definitely bring you back to the show to talk about some of the projects, how even durable are these projects, how sophisticated are these projects, how promising are these projects to even the future of residents in the Federal Capital Territory. But before I let you go, let me even come to you, Comrade Inyanda. Looking at what is played out in the FCT so far, can we say this is a win for democracy coming from the governmental angle?
It's a show of shame, a show of disgrace, and it's worrisome. It's condemned. Legally, constitutionally, it's condemned. I think I'm worried. FCT, the heartbeat of the nation. No communication, no interaction, no alliance, because what is the essence of being a leader? Is to give service back to the people. So what are they dragging? What are they fighting? I must not be your relation. I must not come from your tribe. I must not be your relative. I must not be your church member. What brought me there is the mandate of the people, and I'm there to work for the people. So I was expecting competitive governance, but we are so disappointed to see that what we are having is fight that will affect the economy of FCT, affect the welfare of the people.
A conflicting governance.
The image of democracy globally. Do you know people are watching all across the globe? And I think by now, he made mention of different media houses are aware of this lacuna, this controversy. But then, we as a people, this is not leadership representing democracy.
Well, it's a good way to leave the conversation at that point. Of course, Ambassador Hyginus, we will also send a message back to the Senator. Of course, but the verification will come from your office. Of course, the office of the distinguished senator will lead us in that verification, and we will return back to the studio to have a detailed and comprehensive conversation.
Please come to the camera.
No, we will definitely come for the verification
we'll
because it is worth seeing. If you've sent list of the project so far, but then we need to verify.
I'll send the pictures today.
You won't send us the picture. We will verify
Fine.
The project. So
Go ahead.
At least to be able to be on the same page and know that actually there is a 6-bed hospital somewhere in Gwagwalada. Also, there is Dubi.
Yeah.
There is also project in Karamajiji.
Yes.
There's also a project in Jikwe one. There's also a project in some of the places that you've mentioned. We will definitely do that tour of that project to see how far. But on this note, I want to say thank you so much, Ambassador Hyginus Oguh John, for finding out time to be with us here on Correro.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Comrade Inyanda Emmanuel, Coordinator, Research Team Leader of the Yanda Initiative, for doing this with us tonight.
Thanks for having me. My pleasure once again.
Well, viewers, this is how far we can go tonight on Correro. Do not forget that you can leave your thoughts, you can leave your comment on our various social media handle currently showing on your screen. And you can also download the RapidTV app from your Android and iOS devices to keep track of our broadcast. My name is Godwin Sunday. Always remember that peace and unity are the pathways to progress. Do enjoy the rest of your night rest. Bye for now.